Hi guys, here's an update on what went on at the Maya versus John Hopkins trial. Now, today the judge announced to lawyers that he was wanting everything done by Halloween the 31st. Now, he's only saying this because he wants the jury to deliberate that first week of November and possibly into the second week. I think it's because this trial has gone on a little bit too long. We were ahead during September and towards the first week of October, and now we kind of started falling behind, and so he's pretty much like, we're going to get this case done. And only said this because the defense team motioned to have a mistrial and the judge denied it. He said, "Sit down, Mr. Shapiro." And he's like, "No, we are getting this case done and we're going to get it done when I say it's going to get done." So, that was denied. Now, the first witness in the defense team was Dr. Michelle Smith, and she was a clinical care physician at Johns Hopkins Hospital. Now, she had examined Maya. Now, there would be a few people on here who had examined Maya, and like I said, some of the doctors would spend a lot of hours with her. Some would spend maybe a few days or maybe a week or so. It was just more like a rotation. So she didn't have just one, presently doctor all the time who came in. So there would just be different people. And she said that, when patients who come into the hospital, we have to believe what they're saying and try to help as best we can. And I'm like, well, she came into the hospital and you thought that she was faking, and you accused her mother of having Munchausen by proxy syndrome. How is that believing the patients that come into the hospital? It's like, okay. Now, Mr. Anderson, I kid you not, was on fire today. I mean, he obliterated every witness that was on the stand, and the jury were like, oh, they were listening today, and the questions they asked had put people on the spot, made them nervous, and you could tell that they were pretty much on the side of Maya right now, and that's a good thing. That's what everybody wanted. Now, it was just a really cool thing to see because the judge had allowed the jurors to ask questions if they wanted to, and like I said, it was just really cool to see that. Now, after she was done, they had another witness named Patrice Tepa Sanchez, and she was a MD and pediatrics and medicine at Johns Hopkins. Now, she also examined Maya, and she could tell that, she was in pain, and that she also talked to Beata at one point, and she had this long discussion with her, and Beata had told her, we've been just going through so much right now. It has just been such a hard couple of months, and, she said, I feel like I should just, go to heaven. And now Dr. Sanchez was like, we do have counselors and therapists if there's somebody you need to talk to. And she's like, no, I'm okay. I think these sauce, but I don't go through with it. Now, she said that she didn't say anything to anybody because, Beata was not her patient, Maya was, and that she had pretty much said she was okay, but she did say that, they do have counselors. Now, how do you guys kind of feel about that? Do you think that she should have at least mentioned it to somebody, that this is what she was thinking, and that this is what was going on with this lady, the mother of her patient? In my whole thing, I would have at least told somebody so they could at least, say, we have somebody you can talk to, and we can, if you just want to spend like 30 minutes or something, your daughter's fine, you can go talk to somebody. And that probably would have been better than not saying anything, but that's just my opinion. Now, let me know what you think. Do you think that she should have told somebody instead of just leaving it at that, even though she did say that there are counselors and therapists to talk to, even though Beata did say she was okay, and I don't know if she would have even spoken to anybody. But yeah, that's pretty much what went on today with that witness. Now, they also talked to a witness named Joanna Klink, and she is a practitioner, nurse, and RN. Now, of course, practitioners are kind of like doctors, and you know about RNs, and she looked over Maya too. Now, she said Beata was very knowledgeable in the medical field, that she was very impressed by her, and that they tried to put a nose tube, which is a feeding tube, down Maya, and she kept screaming and using the F word, and she spit on the doctor, and that is what went on. And she said there was everybody there. Now, in the initial report, she did not put that. She put aggressive behavior, and Mr. Anderson was like, so instead of putting the actual words that she used, like the F on, what 10-year-old would do that? And especially in front of her parents. I mean, yeah, she may have been in pain, but her parents should have, at least said something to her. And she's like, well, I didn't think I needed to, because there was too many people in the room, me and, Miss Sanchez, and she knew that, what went on, and so did other people. And I'm like, you're the only two who really said that she's supposedly said the F-bomb and spit on you. It's like, no. And so it was just, like I said, it was just, she was lying. You could tell she was lying. Mr. Anderson caught her in a lie. And that she said she sometimes saw Kathy Beatty around the hospital. She didn't really work with her too much, maybe once or twice every couple weeks. But yeah, like I said, Mr. Anderson pretty much obliterated her testimony. You can tell this lady was getting annoyed and upset. But she was saying things that weren't true, and then she would, kind of justify what she was saying, and especially the jury saw straight through her. I mean, they gave her some tough questions, and like, she kept saying, oh, I don't recall. You don't recall putting a feeding tube down her? You don't recall doing that? No, I don't recall. You just sat there and said that, you saw, a feeding tube going in there, and that Mr. Anderson's like, and let me guess, she wasn't the one cursing. It was the attendees that were holding her down that were cursing. Am I correct? And she couldn't say anything. She's like, oh, I don't recall. It's like, oh my God, really? I just thought that was just brilliant, 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 brilliant. So yeah, that is what happened today. And court will resume tomorrow. And yeah, so it was a full day. So again, it was a pretty big win for the plaintiffs. They got some big brownie points from the jury, and this is a good sign. So I'm really hoping that, Maya does get some kind of justice, because there was just a lot of things that went wrong at that hospital that they need to change their ways. And my personal opinion is, I don't think this is going to be the first or the last time we're going to hear about Johns Hopkins going to court because they're being sued. So, we'll just have to wait and see. Now, I am going to be going live tonight from 8 to 10, and I'll be talking about a true crime story. So if you like true crime, please come and join me, and I will see you guys tonight and tomorrow. Okay, bye. What do you think? Should I do the green?